Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like my first video and any of the shorts, do whatever you like. Don't hit the button, hit the button. This is just something I'm having in I'm having. I just want to tell these stories out loud, and whoever sees it sees it. So, and hopefully you guys think it's a little funny, and maybe a little sentimental. All different kinds of things I'm going for here. And I always do it in the car. I don't know why, but it's just when I have the time to do it. But anyway, being in high school where I lived, especially as like a freshman, you kind of had that feeling of you wanted to be, you wanted to be liked, you wanted to be cool, all these things. And where I live, there's two high schools. One's north, one's south. And I live closer to north, but we went to south. We're in their district, and north was more probably the type of people that I'm used to. Very low, like, did not grow up with a lot of money at all, as opposed to people from south, which parents are, doctors, lawyers, and just they've done well for themselves, So going into high school, and I don't hold this against my dad or anything like that, but at that time my dad was the security guard for our high school. And my sisters really like embraced that, and it was like cool because all their friends, like, they knew who my parents were and they loved all that. I was coming in, and unfortunately I thought I was going to be looked at as like, oh, these are what my parents do. But at the same time I was like, I'm not going to tell anyone what they do, like, I'm not going to just go out and say that. But then all of a sudden this happens. I'm in my first day of school, I'm in class, maybe like second, third period. I don't know anyone really. I mean, everyone from my middle school went to pretty much north, so don't know anyone. And out of nowhere, there's a knock on the door, and everyone turns around, and there he is, Big TA, my dad. Goes, hey bud, and he says this like, hey big guy, how's it going today? You having a good time? How's your first day? You need anything? And I'm ignoring him. I'm ignoring him, thinking maybe no one will know who he's talking to. And then he's just, of course, Tom. And the teacher's like, I'm sorry, sir, what's going on? He's like, I'm just trying to say hi to my son there, Miss Tom Anderson. Hey, big guy. And he gets all like, listen. And then he says this, I don't have any money for lunch, but I do know the lunch ladies, and I can get you hooked up. That's what he said. And I just said, sounds good. And then he left, and people were like, who was that? It's my dad. Your dad's security guard here, huh? And I'm like, yeah, yep. And I thought it was funny just because, I don't know, it's just, to me that was funny because unfortunately the people that I was in school with, they judged you, Come to find out 4 years later that none of that ever mattered, and it is what it is. You are who you are. But yeah, I got a big kick out of that. My dad's security guard there. He was not security guard all the way, not even throughout my whole freshman year. I believe he changed jobs again. He changed jobs a lot at that point. But yeah, that was my experience as going into school. First day of freshman year, like, back then got the Janko jeans on, I got the new DC shoes on that I saved up to get because I was a bus boy at that time. I got, nice skating t-shirt on. I got my hair perfect, which I thought was perfect, which meant parted down the middle. My hair was down to probably my chin, bleached blonde, to where my hair felt like it was straw, like actual straw. But hey, you know what? Sick. So sick. Me and my friends were so sick. Yeah, rock on. Leave a comment below if you guys have any similar stories, or if there's any type of stories you guys would like me to cover, because believe it or not, any type of topic you probably request, I have an experience with. So let's see where it takes us.